Dolphins figure to have one of the youngest rosters in the NFL when things get going, and their young players making plays. This is back during OTAs. First-round pick Chris Johnson going up and snagging this interception. New Fins head coach Jeff Hafley talking about his rookie corner and what kind of player he's been thus far.
I think he's done a really nice job. He is very instinctual. He sees the game very fast. He works really hard in the meeting rooms. He's super athletic, has really good coverage ability. He's been able to get his hand on the football, and we've asked him to do a lot, and he's handled it very, very well, which is what I kind of told you maybe a week or two ago. We've thrown a lot on his plate, and he's responded, and I'm really excited to continue to coach him. I think you guys will like him a lot when you talk to him. He's got a good energy about him, and he's mature. You'll see it. He's really mature for a rookie.
And joining us now is Dolphins rookie corner Chris Johnson. Thanks for spending time with us here on the Insiders. Cam Wolfe here with me. Chris, a lot of times coaches are hesitant to give that kind of praise early on to a rookie. What's it like to hear Coach Hafley be so effusive in his praise of you?
Yeah, man, it feels great hearing that from Coach Haf, man. Just being able to come in here and do what I do and be the best I could be for him, man. He's been a great help with me being in the corner room with all the other coaches, and it's just been great.
Chris, I couldn't help but notice Hafley talking about giving you more, allowing you to do more. I've been out there at practice. You're playing outside corner, slot corner. A lot of times rookies, they like to ease them in. Can you maybe take me through what that challenge is, adjusting to the NFL, but also playing two positions as a rookie?
Yeah, I'd definitely say it was challenging at first, just being able to handle, the load of, learning the new defense at both positions. But now that we're making strides towards training camp and stuff like that, I feel like it's all coming together and helping me understand the defense as a whole. So understanding what the corner's doing when I'm at nickel and understanding, vice versa, just helping me be able to play faster, understand, when and where I might have help or there might be voids in the coverage.
And Chris, looking back, because as a bigger corner, right, you've been asked to do a lot for most of your career. What's the biggest difference between what you were asked to do in college, say, and from Coach Hafley now?
I really just say the amount of details in every call. Obviously, I played in a very good system in college, but coming up to the NFL, just the amount of details that I have to understand from the front to the linebackers to the whole back end, just being able to understand that is definitely a big jump for me. But I always enjoy learning and just being able to learn this new game, transitioning into the NFL.
Chris, I love that we're getting so much detail on corner play, but I want you to take me into practice meeting rooms. You got a head coach that is a cornerback coach at heart. What is that interaction? Tell me a story of maybe how he's critiqued you or had some fun with you early in these first 6 weeks in Miami.
Yeah, for sure. So right after the team meeting, we'll go to special teams, and from there we'll go to our unit meetings where we'll first meet up as a offense and defense, and then we'll break off into DBs. But Coach Haf is sitting back there in the DB meeting, and something funny that happens pretty often is when it's a little bit of controversy. How a player should play this or what technique I should use here, and it'll be a little gray area. But with him being able to sit in the room, that gray area it's only there for a short window because whatever he says goes. So. Things just tend to get cleared up really easily, but, I definitely enjoy having a head coach in the back of the room just to clear things up.
Guys come into the league all the time. Some are coming to rosters filled with veterans. You guys are a very young team. Chris, what were your expectations and what's the reality been of the start of your NFL career?
Yeah, I feel like my expectations were to come in here and, meet a lot of people and start a new brotherhood. And I feel like we're exceeding those expectations, especially as rookies. We're all close as rookies, but then, within our individual meeting rooms, like all the corners welcome me with open arms and, we're all in there, all fighting for spots, all competing every day, getting each other better, man. And I feel like, there's no way I'd rather have it.
Chris, I want to keep it real with you because you're a part of a big transition, a new regime here, right? And you were drafted with the pick that they used to trade away another foundational player in Jalen Waddle, and now you're here there. Have you thought about maybe the pressure, the expectations, some would say the privilege that comes with you trying to be the next foundational piece of this team?
Yeah, I've definitely thought about it, but to me, man, no, nobody puts more pressure on me than myself. So, hearing a lot of the outside noise, it really doesn't get to me because I'm my hardest critique. I want to be a perfectionist, and I want to be here forever and be that foundational piece, like you said. So I hold myself to those expectations. So, hearing them from the media and fans and stuff like that, it ain't nothing that I'm not telling myself already.
And Chris, obviously we talked a lot about cornerback play, and you focused on learning so much about this defense. What are your what's been your biggest takeaway from watching this new offense, especially with Malik Willis in charge and running it?
Yeah, man, just, especially transition from college, just a lot of things is different, man. Obviously, the skill levels are jumping as far as the depth, ones, twos, threes, fours rotate in, and I feel like there's not a lot of drop off between any of them. Everybody could play. And, Malik specifically, man, he's a great guy. He was out here during rookie minicamp, so we got to meet him, which is, really cool being able to meet the starting quarterback, when we first just arrived. But he's a cool guy. We watched a finals game at his crib. But, yeah, just trying to bring the team together, be connected as a team.
Can't imagine the energy, Chris, with that finals game. It's been a crazy series. But I want to end you with this here. I can't wait to see y'all in training camp. I want to take you to a potential matchup I can't wait to see. Devon Achane gets into the slot. He's facing you. How do you win that matchup? What's your go-to move against him?
Probably just getting physical with him, man. He's a real quick cat. So understanding, I don't want to have a lot of space in there. I want to be able to take away his superpower, which is, going to be his speed. But that'd definitely be a fun one that y'all probably gonna see soon.
Well, Chris, just in terms of analysis of what Coach Hafley said about getting a chance to meet you and fall in love with what you do and the way you play football, it's official. We're in there. Can't wait for the people down there in South Florida to feel the same. Thanks for joining us here on the Inside.
I appreciate you guys.